it completely changes the game. Completely changes the game. Like, you are two-shotting, if not one-shotting possessed units. I don't care if they're level 45. You are one-shotting these possessed units and insta-killing them. It's super good. Hey, what is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking about Dismemberment and why it's super underrated. Like, guys, this is probably like the best way to counter the spam possession that's going on, the whole meta thing right now. Dismemberment is kind of like a hidden bar, kind of like the balance bar, except like the balance bar, you can see the bar go down, you can see the person's done. Dismemberment, you really don't see it, and it's kind of hard to see like their arms get cut off whenever like you're in a battle, you know what I'm saying, like you're in the middle of the objective. One of Saber's recent patches with like the whole balance thing, they didn't necessarily give us like a health bar for Dismemberment. They just like increased, like I believe it was like elite skeletons, like the arms. But that told me that each, like the arms and the head, have their own health bar. And if we're going based off of like the balance bar, which I would kind of put it somewhat together, if not a little bit less, because during the patch they didn't say that they increased it on any of the units, they just increased the balance bar. So I would say like the health for like a head, for example, would be about 400, like 300 to 400, maybe even 500. I'm not too sure. Look, guys, this Dismemberment is so good. Here's an example, and I'm gonna use Scotty. For people, Scotty is either the worst character in the game, or he's the absolute like best. He's like top tier, no one can touch him. I don't really see anybody as like, Scotty's pretty good, yeah, he's okay. Like, no, he's either really bad or he's the best character in the game. And this is what I mean by that. You get Warrior Ash and you got Scotty. Scotty's main things is heavy attacks, the Dismemberment, and the Lumberjack Axe. You build him around that, and you're good to go. Now, people are going to say, like, oh, well, you can do the same thing with the Warrior Ash, but he has better abilities, all that stuff, so he's just a better warrior. In some cases, that's true, but now when it comes to Dismemberment, with Scotty, you're benefiting from that weapon mastery, and even though it's a small percentage, it's still a boost. And the whole thing between Scotty and Warrior Ash is that the weapon that they use. Because with Scotty players, they're gonna go with Lumberjack Axe all game. With the Warrior Ash, they're either gonna build them around the chainsaw or they're gonna build them around the balance bar. So you're either using like a blunt object, sledgehammer, all that stuff, or using a chainsaw. You're not using a Lumberjack Axe with Warrior Ash. Okay, someone's gonna see that chainsaw and pick it up because it looks cooler. And plus, he gets that weapon mastery. Like that's really it. But that little detail is what changes the whole game, because one of Scotty's main attacks is that overhead Lumberjack Axe, and that's with everybody. That's just the axe in general. And 9 times out of 10, I don't care what character you're playing, Survivor, I was killing it with Cheryl. You do that, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna chop their head off, insta-kill them. It's really good. But with the chainsaw, just for you to get that really good head attack where there's a higher chance of cutting off their head, I believe it's like a combo where it's a light heavy or a light heavy, and they do that little jumping attack. You know what I'm saying? They do, yeah, they get them like that. So it just takes longer. The animation's longer. I feel like the chainsaw has less of a range. I feel like it's slower, even though I believe they have the same speed. But I just feel like the chainsaw is slower than the Lumberjack Axe, like just by like the animations of it. And so with Scotty, you're constantly doing heavy attacks. You're constantly using the Lumberjack Axe, and so he has a higher chance of dismembering them. When it comes to the basic units, once you're cutting off the arms from the possessed unit, a lot of times they're gonna unpossess because they have no arms, they're slower, they don't have as much powers. Like, they're gonna unpossess, get into another one that's stronger. Now, that's just an example. If we go to, now that's just an example. When we go to hunters, it completely changes the game. Completely changes the game. Like, you are two-shotting, if not one-shotting possessed units. I don't care if they're level 45. You are one-shotting these possessed units and insta-killing them. It's super good. So, for example, we know that their health is around 400, 300 to 400. Right? If we go to the ranged weapons, we're looking at the hunting rifle all the way down to the saw gun. Saw gun's not a long gun ammo, but the lever action is pretty garbage at Dismemberment. Hunting rifle has 200 Dismemberment. Shotgun's 120, double barrel's 150. Same thing with the boomstick, but the saw gun's 200 as well. Right? Hunting rifle and shotgun are really good. I would say shotgun better early game just because the ammo is more frequent. And I don't know if it's just me. I just feel like it's harder to get a headshot with a hunting rifle. That's just me though. But the shotgun, especially guys, if you're not playing with Hunter Ash and Ed Getley at the same time in your squad, what are you doing? They're the two best hunters. You got Ed that increases the chest, which I've been playing Ed. I'm getting at least 2 to 3 legendary crates every game. And that's not even counting all the purples, all the blues that you're getting. He's super good. And that's not even counting like whenever he gets a kill, they drop more ammo for you guys. You're always going to be stocked up. You pair him with Hunter Ash, who's going to find all those chests. And not only that, he repels them with his ability and unpossesses the guys. Really good combo, these two guys. You have a higher chance of getting these long guns as a purple or legendary rarity. And this is where this build really it's really good. So technically speaking, if you have a shotgun, just a great shotgun, if you 2-shot, you're gonna instant kill, chop off their head for the possessed units. Cause 200 plus 200, that's 400. Game over. The other day I was playing a game, I had a legendary boomstick, and we completely wiped out this demon. He was spam possessing. It was me and Ed on a team. He was constantly spam possessing. At the end of the game, he had like 50 something possessed units, and we just smoked him throughout the whole game. Like, it was super easy once I had this build with it. Because for example, boomstick, for a legendary boomstick does 210 damage. So if a possessed unit has 400 health, speaking kind of roughly, I'm not sure what the actual bar is. If they have around 400 health, you're going to be 2-shotting the head. Because as a hunter, you should be aiming for the head anyways. You're going to be aiming for the head and insta-killing them. And this is where it gets good. For some reason, the double barrel and the boomstick, I don't know why, but half the time they're either instant killed or they're 2 shots. And this is where the whole build gets crazy stupid for hunters. Because not only do you have a higher chance of getting a legendary weapon or even like a purple weapon when you have Ed and Hunter Ash, if you go to the skill tree for Hunter Ash or any of the hunters, hollow points, that's a must. But the dismemberment, you're increasing that dismemberment by 25%. So if the boomstick is doing 200 damage, I believe it's like an extra 50 to the dismemberment. So every 2 shots that you're doing with the boomstick, it's what, 260? It's like 520 worth of damage, of head damage, and it's insane. And for the shotguns, boomstick, double barrel, this reduced spread is so crazy because I don't know if the game is counting all the different pellets that shoot out from the shotgun, but the reduced spread, the 35%, it just feels like you're lasering these heads. It's super crazy. Use it on the shotguns. I guarantee you guys, it's amazing. And this is where like the whole build gets really fun. Once a demon is using the spam possession with the basic units and you're 1-shotting them, you're 2-shotting them, that's not even counting if you have 2 hunters on your team. This is stupid crazy. You're gonna be saving a lot of ammo. I do not care about the damage. I don't want to do stupid amounts of damage. I'm just trying to do enough damage to their head where they're gone, where I don't have to deal with them anymore. Like that's really, I don't care about stupid amount of damage. I'm gonna kill them. That's the goal. I want to kill the deadite. I don't want to sit there and leaderboard have all the stupid damage. But yeah, that's just where I'm getting at. But like I said, I'm kind of getting this information from the previous balance that they did. Again, they don't have like an actual health bar for like dismemberment bodies, but I'm telling you, get your hunter, use this build, put all your points into dismemberment, into the spread damage. You can kind of mess with everything else if you want. Put your points into that. I have deadly up close because shotguns. You can also put long shot, increase the range of that by 50% if you really wanted to, because you are going to be using shotguns. Your spread reduction is going to be low. You can use your shotgun, stay a good distance from the basic units, and just snipe them and still be getting 1-shotted, 2 shots on those basic units. Like, it's really good. Health bar, I'm kind of guessing here. Maybe it's about 400. It could be a little bit more, but when you're running Ed and you have Hunter Ash where you're finding all those chests, higher chance of you getting a legendary long gun, especially with the long guns, because there's 5 of them. Besides maybe the lever action, which you really won't use, and you probably switch it off for the saw gun if that's like your early one or whatever. I've literally been running this build and I've been one-shotting, two-shotting demons, and I feel like it's maybe like a chance thing as well, where it happens where it's one shot, and sometimes you have to take 3 shots. But then again, 3 shots to kill a basic unit, especially with the shotgun, double tap, reload. You're a hunter, like you get that extra reload speed. It's not gonna take you long before they're dead. Anyways, guys, that's my whole dismemberment thing. If you guys enjoyed it, please leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm gonna try to be posting videos every day. That's the goal. With that being said, I'll see you guys the next time. Yeah.